Is everyone here yet or Takisa?
I think most of them are here already lah. But too bad only 34. This morning we have the 41. Okay, never mind, we can still upload the video later. Okay.
Okay, just now during the break, I add in the header for the exercise, not exercise, the tutorial. So it's much more obvious, much more cleaner like what I'm showing. So we're showing two types of container, the container fruit and the container, the other type of container, which I'm using MD. So now this session, I'm just going to show quickly how to use the Bootstrap component, which is built in. But before anything else, I think I can show a bit on how to insert image and then using some Bootstrap class for image as well. So just do that first. And I'm going to insert an image in here. But before that, let me just copy some image first. Okay. Okay, to insert image, we can just in Dreamweaver can insert image, and then let's choose this one image, which is 500 and 500 is quite big. Let me see what happens first. So now let's just remove that. Okay. So now maybe I should just include a bigger image so that you can understand. Sorry. So okay, this one. Okay, see, now I'm putting a very big image which is bigger than our container and then column and row. So in Bootstrap, what we can do is we can have a class, we can have a helper class for the image, but first thing first, just remove this with an hide first, doesn't need that. The helper class will automatically like adjust the image based on 100 to 100% on the container. So the image fluid. So if you use that fluid, the image will be resized according to the container. Like even if we when it's small, right? Our screen is small. So there is another, like just now, right? We saw another one, image thumbnail. I think this one will add a white border around the image. Yeah, see, it add a white color border. So it's used for thumbnail. And sometimes we also have like, let's check back to good. I think we have like circle border or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, let's just quickly check. 9. Okay, yeah. Okay, image. Here's the rounded. Us rounded. It's rounded. Yep, it's rounded. Let's just try a rounded view and see what happens. See, you add the rounded border automatically crop. So in Bootstrap, right, we have a lot of these helper or utilities class that we can use. So now we still haven't touched the component, which is the navigation bar and the carousel, which is the most widely used component. So I'm just showing the image first. which I think is quite important. So make sure you put the image fluid for your image. So now how do we use the navigation bar or everything like that? I'm just going to add on top of that. So to do that, we can actually just like here, you go to this Bootstrap, make sure I'm using the 4.5, so version is 4.5. And when you click this component tab, you'll see a lot of component that we can use. But I'm just going to quickly show you all the navigation bar, which is the nav bar. If you click nav bar, there is example here, which you can just copy and paste, or you can download this example here, download the examples, and then open that file and then open this file and then copy the HTML here. But I'm just going to use the one here. So this, if you copy this one, right, which is, you have something like this. So just copy this one. And then we want to put it on the very top of our HTML, which is outside the container. We have this container, right? Just put it right after the body, just put here, paste. So we have a bunch of HTML and HTML codes, and then we will try to change it later on. So let's see what happened first. So now we have the navigation bar, and then if you test scaling down the screen size, it's working properly. Okay. So it's that easy to just add in a drop down menu. So this is the drop down menu. Let's add in the carousel also, which is this one, carousel. And if you can do this carousel page, you have different example. This one is only slides only, there's no button, we don't want that. This one is with the control. I want the one with the button indicators below. So it's this one. This one is even better. It's already we have some caption. So I'm just using this one, just copy here, click copy. You just copy and paste. So I want to put the carousel right after the nav, which is here. Before the container and after the nav, just here, just paste. Save. But I think because we doesn't include the image here, so we might not be able to see anything. See, the example is just putting dot dot dot. So I don't think we will see anything. See, there's nothing here, the broken link. So just replace with our own image. Let's just copy some image first. I think C01. Save and go back. Then we have this carousel looking properly. Right, it's actually that easy. But sometimes we might need to change the color of the carousel. I mean, the navigation menu. To do that, we need to do some customization of on the CSS. We need to write our own CSS.
So basically, if you want to change the button, right, the previous and next button, you can replace that with using your own image. At the moment, it's using icons.
Yep.
Okay? You can create your own image in Photoshop, convert that as PNG, and then what you can do, you can replace this class. Let me just share you with the class. This class. This class. Okay. You can change the class and add a background image.
I need to stop my share so you can share.
Oh, okay.
I stopped first.
Okay, stop first.
Okay.
So if you want to replace that,
then you.
Okay. Let me just fix it because wait, I need to fix something first. All right. Okay. See my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to replace the button, see what I can see here. Okay, this button is basically custom made using Photoshop, which is very quick, but nevertheless, I hope you can see. All right. So what you first need to do is you need to create the button in Photoshop. Okay, but make sure that you need to try not to make it too big lah. So basically, what you can do, you can use about 50 by maybe 100 px. Okay, make sure that the background is transparent. Click OK. Then you can use the rectangle shape. Create a button. Maybe the color is, I want to change the color to something which is light, slightly bright. Okay. Rotate that. And then place it in the middle. Okay. All right. Then once you have confirmed with the button, the design of button, you can export this as, okay, go export, see for web. And then choose PNG 24. And then click save and save it as next button. Okay, next underscore button.png. Save and replace it. Okay, and then what you need to do next is you need to have another button, which is the back button, right? Back button, place it somewhere here. All right, and then again, go to File, Export for Web. Save it as PNG 24. Click save. Save it as back button.png. Okay, let me paste that. Right, so next what you need to do is go to CSS. Okay, sorry. First you need to look for the class name. So in carousel, you have carousel control previous icon and you have carousel next, carousel control next icon. So you need to change this. Okay, these icons. So you need to copy this, or you can just, remember I have my own sets of CSS, right? So I already written here. So the code is, so first you need to select the class, which is carousel next icon, and then you need to use background image. All right, and then make sure that the background is you have to have like, the background will not repeat, so you need to use this value, no repeat, and place it to center. And I think, yeah, we can also add the background size to cover. So it applies to previous and next icon. All right, so once you've set that, you basically change the button. Okay, probably because the size is too big. So what you can do, you can set the size. Set the size.
The share screen hilang.
Share screen hilang.
No.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
All right, so what you can do in the button is, all right, so what you can do next is you need to add the height and width. All right, so the height is 100 and the width is 50. So in here, you need to also set the height to 100 px, width is 50 px. Okay, copy this, paste it somewhere here, save. I hope it works. All right, there you go. So that's how you change your next and backs icon. I think you can create a better button for it. All right. Okay. So far, understand? All right.
So I have a question.
Yes.
I might be really simple, but what happens if you don't put the no repeat and center for the button? Like
No
because
repeat center. Yeah, this is the reason why I put that is make sure that the background will maintain within the position. Center is the position of my background because I set this image as a background, right? In for example, if let's say that the width and height is bigger than the button that you've set, so probably you will have like a repeated image on the background. So you want that, right? So we need to set that to just to be on the safe side lah, basically. Right?
okay.
You can apply the value to no repeat and also make sure that position is center. All right.
Okay, all right. Understand.
Okay.
Thank
Alright.
you.
Okay. I think we don't need to have this. So far, any other question?
If no question, I'll just continue a bit.
Yeah. Okay. You can share your screen now. Stop. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So now where do I stop? Like just now Mr. Samso said that we can customize, write our own CSS to customize the button, everything and that. Even the navigation bar, in most of the time we want to change the color. So how do we, let's look at how do we change the navigation bar colors. To do that, by default, in Bootstrap, right, they already have this navigation HTML. By default, they already have like two types of colors, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just quickly check. It's the light and the dark navigation bar. It's not showing here. I think it's somewhere here. Sorry, let me just quickly check where is it. Never mind. I just quickly show in my Dreamweaver. If you look at the code, right, you have this nav bar light and then VG light. This one is the one that determine this is our navigation bar is like in the bright color, but you can quickly, if you want to use a darker color, you can just like quickly change these two value, nav bar dark and then VG dark. VG is the nav bar colors, everything like that. So you see, right, it's already our font is like nav bar. Nav bar dark is the one that change our font color to brighter color, and then the VG dark is the one that change our bar colors. But you can just like do that to color quickly. But what if you don't want to use this color at all? Then we have to write our own
CSS.
To do that, you have to understand like what CSS are. You have to like extract all the CSS navbar item, navbar drop down menu. You have to change that one by one. But I'm not going to do that because like people already find out what to change. The best thing is yes, you can just like Google. Yeah, just find the one that people already write for you. Navbar color Bootstrap 4, I think. Because I'm using version 4.5, right, so it's 4. So I actually already found one yesterday, so maybe I can just copy here. So in looking at this Stack Overflow, you have to like remember, I think 4.1 still works, but I think the one that I tested is I always use this one. No, this one is the centered looking. Let's just look at this one. Yep. So like when you look at stuff like this, right, you can just like copy the code here, the CSS. Let's copy everything here. And then we paste it to our own CSS. Alright. But this guy, I think he made a mistake. There's two navbar custom. Because the class is navbar custom, right? So we need to put the additional class here. Navbar custom. And if I'm not mistaken, you have to remove the BG dark, else you maintain the dark color. But let's look at that first. The link color is changed, but the BG dark have to be removed. So remove this one, it should look. See, now it's already changed. The font color, everything like that. So you can just like continue to customize all the font colors, everything here. it's already, the guy already, he already put the description, so you can change. So it's okay to just like Google the solution you found online. Sometimes we did that a lot, like even in programmers, you just like find the solutions. So that's the easiest way to do. No need to research like your own.
Fast
People
and
already do
easy.
this.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
fast and easy solution. Otherwise, you're gonna have headache and you cannot sleep and you cannot complete your project later.
People
So I
already
have
research
a
for you.
question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, is it possible to make the nav bar transparent and it's like sitting on top of the carousel?
It,
Sit on the.
I,
Is that what you mean?
I think it's possible, but I think you have to move the carousel up, like position absolute.
But why did you want to do that, Jonathan?
Just for like a stylistic purpose, I guess.
No lah, but I think because you want to show the whole image, right? So better make sure that, I think otherwise, what happen if you apply the navigation, you place the navigation on top of the picture and then you have a transparent background, it will sometimes disturb the readability of your menu.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So probably it's not the best way to do it lah. Okay, Jonathan?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
understand.
But you can do it lah. You can do it, and if your background image is, and then have enough contrast between your background and also the text, you can do that. You can
My
set the
background is gonna be white.
So you can just set the background to transparent lah. You can change the background color to
Okay.
transparent. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
You
like
change that to transparent, and then I think you have to, because our carousel is here, so you have to move the position up. I think it's absolute, right? They want
Yep.
position absolute, and then you minus like 100%. So I think let's just quickly do that. I don't really do this. I think you can show.
I think I already share the link lah. Learn layout. In learn layout, you have a lot of things about absolute about the position.
Yep. So you have to like manually move the carousel up, and then I change the nav bar background color to a bit transparent. Is that way?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Got it.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. So what else?
I might have a similar question about that.
Yeah.
Because in my design, when I did it, I made like a shape, like a free form shape, and then it's a solid color, but my nav bar is sitting on top of that. So the title of my website is on like a white background, but then my nav bar is on top of that freeform shape with the color and it's white. So
I don't really understand. I have to
can you see your screen? Okay, because remember, guys, listen, we have about 45 students and probably you have 45 problems. So I don't think we can solve all the your problems. All right, so you need to somehow figure it out yourself. Okay, we're gonna just touch on the basic first. All right. Okay, and we also show you some solution on how to actually solve some problems. All right. Okay, guys.
Regarding that, right, the free form shape, right, I think you have to use the container. You put the thing in the background like that.
The free form shape, what you need to do? Is it Serene?
No, it's Hui Chi.
Hui Chi. So what you can do, you can convert your image as PNG. Like this. Is that?
Should I stop sharing my one?
Can you share your screen, Hui Chi?
I'll stop sharing my screen first.
You want to see my layout design?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can advise you what to do. I'm not going to show you what you can do. We can advise you what to do.
Okay.
No problem.
This is my design.
No problem.
This was the freeform shape I was talking about, because half of my top, this navbar thing,
that one,
it sits on top of that.
Uchi, one you can set the background image in your body or in the container. Background image, and then set to top, and then no repeat. Understand? All right.
Okay. Because these freeform shapes, they're technically like vectors I did in
yes. No worry.
Illustrator.
You can make that as a background. You need to, when you convert the image to background, you need to remove the text and the button, then also the navigation lah. Then save the picture as a background. And then you need to apply it and as your background image. Understand?
Okay.
Okay. And you can also do the same thing on the person. The person will not be the person, the chef, right? What you can do, you can save it separately. Again, PNG. All right, and you can apply that in your column. But the thing is now, you can see now your column it's overlapping. So you need to consider that as well later. This part is a bit difficult to do, but it's doable. But you have to maintain. You need to control the height and whatnot, or probably the position. Okay. Maybe we need to talk about your layout in another session. Okay, there's a lot of issues here because there's no alignment and the thickness of the line is too thick. All right. Now we can do this separately. All right. Okay. Uchi. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Uchi, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to use, for example, to explain a bit of like the layout, the grid, what
Okay.
everyone can do. Okay, let's just I share my screen first. Okay, can see right? I just print screen so slow rest. Sorry about this thing. Just read it first. Okay, if you see right, yes. You see your layout right. Your concern is your background is already behind. I mean, like this image right, it's already behind the menu. I'm sure a lot of you also have this layout. I think the first thing first that everyone can do is you try to like draw the wireframe again in your layout. So like you have this nav bar, right? This nav bar is here. So obviously this thing is in the nav bar HTML. And then obviously here, maybe it's not a carousel, but you have this, maybe it's another section. So I think this guy is already disturbing. I don't know how you're going to separate that. It's already disturbing it. See the problem? This guy. So, but you have the image here, right? So in theory, this box here, right, which will be under here. So you can put this, I mean, like it could be another bigger div. Let's change the color here. So this blue, you put your background image in this blue div, and then inside, right, you have this nav bar, and then this section, right? But this guy, I don't know how you're going to do that. You have to use position absolute or something like that. So you try to draw the line like how you can divide the row, column, everything like that. Okay. This one's like you can divide here. This one is 3. So if you want to maintain empty space here, you put the offset, which I showed just now. So this one is COL 3, 3, 3, 3. This one you can just leave it empty space. This part I think is much more straightforward. This one also, it's a whole div here. Just put the image in the background, and then maybe another one, a row here, and then there's 3 column, right? Just draw this grid first, like on your design. Then you can roughly plan your HTML. Okay.
Another issue, right, Huchi, is your alignment, right, Huchi? Sometimes there's no alignment on your element. Okay, especially like, let me just, this part here, the third section here. So I think the alignment is a bit off.
Is it?
No, it's okay. I need that. Yeah, I want that. I want to see that.
Mana? Okay. Which part?
Yang ada image tu.
This one, bottom is it?
Yeah, the bottom. So bukannya ni, atas sikit. Third section. Yang ada gambar. The alignment is a bit off. What you can do, you might want to make the image align better. Right, and same goes to the image at the bottom. See, there's no alignment, right? Alright, so better I would suggest that you align the image to top. so you have a better visual and it looks a bit more clean and neat. All right, Yuchi, understand?
Oh, the topics that one put like in the same.
Yeah, because now it's
Alignment.
like that, right? I think it looks okay if it's for magazine, but
Yeah,
for
for web, I don't think
your
so.
web, maybe you can just like, it should make your job easier if you align like this bow, right? Just put it here. I mean,
Not
like
only,
even this one is very, it's
yeah,
very fancy right here.
not only easier lah, but when we look at it, it looks clean and neat, and people will easily read your content. All right. So you can see the flow is a bit more smoother. All right, Huchi.
Yeah. Even this part, I think you can just like
Yeah.
standardize it like 333.
Make it clean and well
For
graded.
this design, do I need to make the changes in my Illustrator
Yes.
or just do it when I'm doing the Bootstrap?
No. I want you to design. Change it in Illustrator file, and then you come up with the HTML file.
Actually, throughout the week, I've been trying to contact Mr. Sanfo about feedback, but you didn't reply.
Sorry.
Don't worry, you still have until this one is secret. You still have until the end of semester.
Yeah lah.
To fix everything.
Just make sure that everything be submitted by within time.
Yeah. We have like total like 14 weeks, is it? Sam?
Oh yeah?
We have like 14 weeks, right, in the semester, or 15?
Yep.
14 weeks. So not you don't submit this until the end of semester, like maybe like week 11 or 12 like that. It's still possible. Right?
Yeah, you can still change it. All right.
Although you already submit, you still can change.
Yep.
We very possible, don't worry.
Because I was very stressed about like making it.
Don't stress. We don't want people to stress. You still can change everything like that.
Because it took me like a really long time to do like this whole thing. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Cheese.
Okay, there's the one. Try to like for your exercise, right? You try to draw the grid and then like see whether it's doable in HTML. Because guy, right, you have to use the position absolute or something like that. So you can like go to the other section. So it's a bit harder to do that. It's possible, but it's harder. With this grid, you can plan your HTML easier. You might need to do your changes on your Illustrator or Photoshop. Okay. So now let's go back to our dream. So now I already show you all to change the color, and then like the image class also show. So I think I'm just going to show you all. You can go to this website. You can go to the official website. You can just click here, and then you can see different components that you can use. Because I think I show you all the carousel and then the navigation bar, which is the most important bit. There is like other stuff like that. So like these two tips. When your mouse over, you see the pop up right thing like that. You can do that also. It's quite straightforward. You can just do tip, put the title, and then the data toggle. Put this in your button class. So you can put extra description. To tip. The other one is pagination, I think it's called. No, not pagination. What is it? Scroll spy, I think is this one. Scroll spy, I think is when you scroll our content, right? See, this thing is the menu will auto update. So like in our example, right, we have this thing, right? Because we are doing everything in one page, so it might be good to have this option also, right? So we know that we keep track that which section we have reached. I think maybe I just show you all my old example. Give me this one. You see the menu, right? Obviously, when we click, right, it goes to the section. But as we scroll, the highlight will change also. So we can do that also. This one is my old file. Maybe I can upload, but I think it's using the old version. So this one is the two tips that I showed just now. You can use also. Then this one is, there is another thing is the collapse, which I think is called, is here collapse, which you can use also. But I think most of our design won't be
Using
using that.
that now.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's already hiding information. There's no point. But if you want, you can try also. All right.
So if you want to change your font or typeface, you can use Google Fonts.
Yep.
Right.
Still remember how to use Google Font or?
Yeah, I hope you can still remember how to use that.
Or do we need to quickly show you again?
Yeah, I think can.
Okay, to use Google Font, right? That's just on my example. To use Google Font, first thing first, go to Google Fonts, first tab.
Go to Google Fonts.
Find a font that we like. So let's choose a much more fancier one. Handwriting is very fancy. Pacifico. Click on this one. Pacifico, and then where is it? Not download. Wait. Where's the option? Okay,
You have to
select this
press
style.
select. Yeah.
Okay, select this style. And then embed. You can download the file and put it in your computer if you're using Photoshop or anything. But if after you click select, right, there's this embed option. So you'll see these two options here. Link and import. So the difference, right, you see, link, right, you just put the difference, right, is how to explain this, the whether you embedded the CSS, let's see, right, this one is you just copy here. If you use import, right, it's the same thing. Maybe just use link, it's much more easier. Just paste it on the head here. Okay, maybe here. So it's a link. This one is a style sheet link, but we can also use the style tag. But I hope you still remember the difference, right? This one embedded CSS inside the HTML, so I'm not going to use that. It's going to use here. And the next thing is you have to copy the CSS rule to apply to which part that we want to use. Okay, now because our design, right, I want to maybe in the header. So in my CSS, right, after we paste this link, right, so let's go to our CSS and then maybe change our, which one do I use, H1 or H2? My one is H3 something.
I think H3.
Yeah, maybe I just put everything H1, H2, H3. All right, it's basically just like that. You should see now it changed. All right.
Okay, guys.
Try to do the play this.
All right.
Anything else?
Anything else before we take an hour break?
And you try to play with it first.
So we're gonna give you 1 hour break. Okay. Then we come back at 12 o'clock. Okay. And then we're gonna give you the content so that you can do the in-class exercise.
Okay, sure.
All right.